Well, after 21 years of collapse, the once vibrant national carrier Ghana Airways is set to return to the skies in the coming months, according to the Minister for Transport, Joseph Bukari Nikbe. How best has the nation learned from its past mistakes to forever fly high the flag of Ghana in this much anticipated comeback? As part of the Ghana Month celebration, George Quainin engaged former flight attendants, cabin crew, frequent flyers, ardent lovers of the DC-9 and DC-20, and has filed this report.
You've been gone, it's an empty home.
It was once a symbol of national pride, flying high in the skies for about 2 decades. Its track record was unmatched. Now crops to these relives the glory days of Ghana Airways. A cabin crew and instructor, she got employed in 1983 after undergoing a rigorous in-flight training. She tells me, back in the day, it was a big deal to be a part of the winning team.
Honestly, it was Ghana's pride. All of us felt like ambassadors out there because people would see the airline and they would ask questions and they would want to know about Ghana and we would tell them. You see, so flying the national carrier was a privilege for us, and we did it with pride.
And in 2005, when Ghana Airways collapsed, it did not just break the economy, it broke hearts.
It took me a while to, get over the fact that my airline had ground to a halt, because I didn't understand why everybody sat back. Whatever the problem was, I'm sure they saw it from afar. Why didn't we do what would put it back on track? Why did we wait for, everything to just go under?
Another former cabin crew and flight attendant, Emmanuel A. Lamy, recounts a psychological session staff were taken through before the collapse of the airline.
One thing I would say about GH, where I really, it's the quality of training we had.
Okay, yeah.
We were very much exposed to high quality training.
Okay.
And that is what makes me quite confident that, yes, it can be handled again because we had a lot of experience around. Well, there are still a few of us around who would be willing to, help in that direction.
Today, he's excited about its return.
Looking at it, I'm not in management, so I didn't know really what was going on. Flights were going back and forth. We had changed by the number of managing directors within the shortest possible time, and nobody could really see. But from all indications, for some of us, it shouldn't have gone down. It shouldn't have.
In its prime, Ghana Airways cruised the skies of Amsterdam, Beirut, New York, London, Düsseldorf, Brussels, Washington, D.C., including regional Africa and domestic flights. Presidential Advisor on Diaspora Affairs, Kofi Dako, popularly known as KOD, was a frequent flyer of the London route.
When I travel to many countries and I interact with Ghanaians in the diaspora, they're always complaining about the cost of flights, coming back home, and they're like, I'm like, this is someone's business, and maybe somehow when we have our own national carrier, we can do something about it. Because which was also one of the causes of the first collapse of Ghana Airways, because people abused it, the liberty. We had classmates who would go out for weekends and come back because their parents worked with Ghana Airways. Yeah, there were stories like that.
Founded 7 years before Ghana Airways, Ethiopia Airlines is arguably Africa's giant in the skies, becoming Africa's largest and most profitable carrier. Aviation analysts say this was achieved through prudent management, through strict, non-political management and strategic growth. These were key measures that were missing in the management of Ghana Airways, highlighting a contrast in state enterprise management. After the collapse was a comeback with rebranding. Due to the liabilities of Ghana Airways, the airline could not use its name. It changed to Ghana International Airlines, becoming the national carrier of Ghana between 2005 and 2010. It suspended operations on May 13, 2010. In 2015, there was a new twist to the Ghana Airways story. The decommissioned Ghana Airways DC-10 was turned into a restaurant. While some found that extremely worrying, Others welcomed the innovation because, for persons who had never sat in a plane before, it was the go-to place to have an experience. It collapsed for the second time. This is the final resting place of the famous DC-10. The envy of the skies is now in ruins. Hearts have been broken, especially for ardent lovers of the Ghana Airways McDonnell Douglas DC-10. But there's some good news.
I am very certain that within the matter of 12 months, they give us a period of 12 to 14 months, and there's some 2 months back.
Yeah.
So let's be operating within 12 months.
12 months.
We are going to see Ghana flying
Airways.
its flag.
Oh, really?
And
in 12 months' time?
Within that period of time.
We'll see Ghana Airways in the air.
And then we will have our Accra International Airport back to life.
Ghanaians may be excited about the return of the national carrier, but financial expert Joe Jackson is not one of them. He finds everything wrong in reinvesting in Ghana Airways.
How quickly we forget that Ghana Airways would be loaded with cargo belonging to employees and technocrats and leave customers' cargo behind, so that when customers arrive from London to Accra, we have to charter an airline to go and bring their cargo. How quickly we forget that it was those who were privileged, who were in positions of patronage, who were flying Ghana Airways first class and business class and not paying a dime for it. There's so many countries in the world that don't have a national airline. Those countries are not dead.
Managing Partner of Aviation Ghana, Dr. Dominic Andor, wants a well-structured enterprise, free of government, political interference, and allowed to operate as a truly independent limited liability company, just like Ethiopian Airlines.
Ethiopian Airlines is successful because, though it is owned by the state of Ethiopia, the government does not interfere in its business. So it's run professionally by professionals, and that's why it's so successful. So to succeed this time around, the third time I'm asking, we must ensure that there is no political interference, the structure is properly laid out, and then we can begin to reap the benefits of having a national airline.
Former cabin crew and flight attendants are excited just as many. Seeing the national treasure back in the skies can only be a sight to behold, and a rebirth that promises to correct the wrongs of the past and keep the national carrier forever up in the skies. Will this new venture correct the wrongs that led to the demise of the airplane or repeat them? Time will tell. George Queening, TV3 News, Accra.
An interesting story there put together by George Queening. Let's take a step back